Good morning, children. Let us discuss the next topic in this chapter, that is database keys. So, keys are very important part of a relational database. So, we know what is a relational database. In a relational database, the data is stored in tables, and each table contains rows and columns. So, in a database, the very important part in a relational database, the very important part is the keys. So they allow us to identify an attribute or a set of attributes based on the basis of which a table is identified. So to identify in a table, to identify each attribute, we use a key. So to identify a row, we use a key. So in a relational database, to identify a record or a tuple, we use keys. To identify an attribute or set of attributes on the basis of which a table is identified. So let us see what are keys. They are used to establish and identify relation between two or more tables. They also ensure that each record within a table can be uniquely identified by a combination of one or more fields within a table. So these keys help us to uniquely identify a record. That is each row in a table. Suppose in your attendance sheet, each of you are identified by your roll number. So we can consider that roll number attribute as a key. Likewise, there are different types of keys to uniquely identify a record. A record means collection of attributes, that is your roll number, name, age, date of birth, address, family, occupation of your parents. So all these come under a record. So there are particular columns, and in each column there are particular records, particular data items, and these collection of data items are called records. And to identify these records, we use key. So let us see the different types of keys. They are primary key, candidate key, alternate key, and foreign key. So let us see what is a primary key. The primary key is an attribute or a group of attribute that can uniquely identify tuples within a relation. Suppose in your class, I have created a table in my register. In my school register, class register, I have a table. In that, the roll number, second is the name of the student, third is the address of the student, fourth one occupation of parent. So these are the different columns in my table, and there are two children whose name is same. There are same names, so I cannot use the name column to identify the student. So I need a column which contain unique values so that I can identify each student based on that values in that column. So I created a column roll number so that it contains unique values for each student. That is, its values are not repeated for different students. So if there are same name, students with same name, I can identify the student with their roll number. So I can consider that roll number column as the primary key. So a primary key is an attribute or a group of attributes that can uniquely identify tuples within a relation, that is uniquely identify a row in a table. So to uniquely identify a tuple within a relation, we use primary key. Then next is candidate key. So a candidate key is one that is capable of becoming the primary key. Suppose I have roll number, which is a unique. Then I have admission number, which is also unique for each student. So I can consider any one of this roll number or admission number as the primary key, because both contain unique value for each student. So what happens? These two columns can become primary key. The roll number column can also be considered as primary key, and the admission number column also can become the primary key. So what happens? These two are the candidates in an election for primary key. So they both the keys can be are the candidate keys. So they are in an election for primary key. For out of them, I can select one as the primary key. So these two keys which can become the primary key are called candidate key. So what happens? I select one in that as the primary key. So the remaining one is called the alternate key. So when I select one as the primary key, the other one becomes the alternate key. That is, a candidate key that is not the primary key is called an alternate key. So if I select roll number as the primary key, the admission number becomes the alternate key. And if I select admission number as the primary key, the roll number becomes the alternate key. That is, a candidate key that is not the primary key is called alternate key. Next is foreign key. Foreign key is a non-key attribute whose values are derived from the primary key of some other table is known as foreign key in its current table. Suppose I have two tables, and the first table I store the name and name of the students like in my register, and I have the roll number, admission number. Then in the second column I store the fee details of each student. So what happens? I don't consider here the roll number, I store here the admission number, then name, then address, then fee details. So what happens here? In this fee table, the admission number is the primary key. That is, based on the admission number, I identify each of these records. Each record is identified by the, each student is identified by the admission number. But what happens in the name, in the class table, in the table which I use for class purpose, in that I use roll number as the primary key. That is, each student is identified by the roll number. Admission number is just saved there, but I don't use it for identifying the student. So this, what happens? This roll number is the primary key of this table, class table, and this admission number is the primary key of the fee table. Now what happens? I have used this admission number in this my class table also. I have used the admission number in class table also. So what happens? I am using the primary key of some other table in the current table. So admission number is the primary key of some other table that I am using in my current table. So here in this table, the admission number becomes the foreign key. So when I use the primary key of some other table in my current table, then in the current table that primary key becomes the foreign key. That primary key becomes the foreign key. So let us see in detail. A primary key is a set of one or more attributes or fields which uniquely identify a tuple or row in a table. The salient features of a primary key are: it is always unique in nature. It should be unique. That is, in our class we don't give same roll number to two students, because it is a primary key. That is, based on that we are identifying the particular student. Then it arranges the table in its own order. That is, it creates an arrangement for the table, that is from roll number 1 to 30, or it creates an order for the table. Then it cannot be redeclared or left null. That is, it cannot be changed. We cannot change the primary key, or it cannot be given null. That is, null means no value is given for that. Suppose I gave roll numbers for all student and for one student I don't give roll number. That is not possible. So we should not keep that column or cell empty. Then one table can have only one primary key. However, primary key can be combination of more than one field. For example, roll number along with admission number can be combined together and can be declared as primary key in the relation student. Suppose there are situations where I cannot use a single column as the primary key. In such case, if I use another combination of two columns, then it becomes a primary key. So it is called primary key can be a combination of more than one field. So let us see the two tables, that is item table and the supplier table. So in the item table we can see the primary key is item ID. So 101, 102, 104, these are unique values. Then here also another thing is printer, DVD, CD, DVD, mouse, keyboard, cable. That is, item name is also unique. So we can consider item ID or item name as a primary key. So both of these can be considered as a primary key. So what happens? They too become the candidate key. And what happens? In that I considered item ID as the primary key. Now what happens? The left candidate key, the key that is not considered as primary key, becomes the alternate key. Now here in this table also there are supplier ID, it is the primary key, and Ashok area, Ashok Vihar, Noida, CP, Punjabi, Bhag. So all these are also unique values. This also can be considered as primary key. So these two are fighting for the primary key position. So they are the candidate keys because they can be considered as primary key. Now out of that I consider supplier ID only as the primary key. So what happens? The leftover one, that is the area, becomes the alternate key and the 2 becomes the candidate key. Next is candidate key. So all the attributes in a relation that are candidates or are capable of becoming a primary key are called the candidate key. So for election we say the two candidates, they are going to they are in the election for a minister. So who becomes, they are called candidates, and who becomes the minister who is elected or will be elected is the primary key, and the other one is the alternate key. So in the table, item ID and item name are the candidate keys, because out of these keys item ID is the primary key and item name becomes the alternate key. Similarly, in the case of supplier relationship also, supplier ID is the primary key and area becomes the alternate key, and both are the candidate keys. So candidate key minus primary key is alternate key. So these are the two candidate keys, minus primary key is alternate key. Then alternate key is a candidate key that is not primary key, is called alternate key. In other words, any attribute that is a candidate for the primary key, that is which is capable of becoming a primary key but is not a primary key, is an alternate key. For example, in a customer table, the cust name is the alternate key. Similarly, in the above table, the item name becomes the alternate key, because item name is a candidate key but it is not the primary key. Then next is foreign key. A foreign key is a non-key attribute whose value is derived from the primary key. Value is derived from the primary key of the current table, primary key of another table. In other words, primary key in some other table having relationship with the current or the original table is called foreign key. So we have two tables, employee table and department table, employee table and department table. So consider this first employee table. In that we have three columns: employee ID, employee name, designation, and we consider this employee ID as the primary key because it has unique values, and here the other things like designation code has repeating values, MGR is being repeated, so there is a repeating value, so we consider this EMP-ID as our primary key of the table employee. Now we have another table, department. In that the primary key is designation code, DESIG code, it is the primary key. Now you can see this is the primary key of department table, and this DESIG code is being used in table employee. DESIG code is being used in the table employee, and the primary key of the employee table is EMP-ID. Now what is foreign key? When we use the primary key of some other table in our table, then it becomes the foreign key of the current table. So when we use the primary key of some other table in current table, then it becomes the foreign key of the current table. So what happens? This DESIG code becomes the foreign key of the table employee. DESIG code becomes the foreign key of the table employee. So children, we have discussed the fill in the blanks. Then state whether the following statements are true or false. So in relational data model, a data is stored in table is called a relation, that is true. Then a row in a table will not represent a relationship among set of values. A row represents the relationship between set of attributes, so it is false. Then data item is the smallest unit of data in a table, so it is true. Then in a relation, a value can be retrieved by its data item represents multi type of information in a field. No, a data item will have same type of data type. In a field, all the data will be of same data type. In a column, in a roll number column, we don't write the name. That is, in a particular column, all the data will be of same data type. Then in a relation, a value can be retrieved by its column name. No, in a relation, a value cannot be retrieved by its column name. Then a relation can contain more than one key. Yes, a relation can contain more than one primary key. That is true. So I told in some tables we need more than one primary keys. Then an alternate key is not a candidate key. An alternate key is also a candidate key. So it is false. Then in a relation, a primary key is one of the candidate keys. In a relation, primary key is one of the candidate key. Yes, primary key is also one of the candidate key. Then a value of primary key can be changed in a primary table. No value of a primary key cannot be changed. Okay, thank you children. Rest of the questions we will discuss in the next class. Children, our chapter database is over. So let us discuss the solved questions in that chapter. So dash is an organized collection of records. In the fill in the blanks, dash is an organized collection of records. So we have studied that a database is an organized collection of records. So here the answer is A, database. Then the three types of data models are, so we have studied different types of data models. They are hierarchical, network, then relational. Then DBMS stands for database management system. Then dash means duplication of data. So duplication of data means data is stored in different places. So that is called data redundancy. That is, same data is stored in different locations. It is called data redundancy. Then dash are known as rows and dash are known as columns. So I have told rows are tuples or rows are called tuples and columns are called attributes or fields. Rows are called tuples and or records. Tuples or records. Then columns are called attributes or fields. Then the three level of abstraction are, that is not there, it is not there in your text. So three level of abstraction are internal level, conceptual level, external. That is not there. This is not there. Then a dash is the lowest level of abstraction. That is also not there. Then dash is a key that uniquely identifies a record. That a key which uniquely identifies a record is the primary key. Primary key is a key that uniquely identifies a record.